Yo, 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 what's going on? Shout outs to everybody in the building. I am your gracious host, right back at the helm of today's show. Good morning, everybody. Man, listen, man, yesterday was lit. My forehead hot. My forehead is still hot. Let me stop. Shout outs to everybody that tuned in yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty good show. I gotta edit and re-upload yesterday's show. Man, I did like a 7 hour long, man. It's called dedication, man. I can't believe I'm putting in work like this, man. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Shout outs to my bro, David Akisanya, already starting off the show, dropping the huge $5 on the PayPal. Yes, sir. We take PayPal also. You know what I'm saying? Finna get the Venmo. Shout out to my bro Star P. Star P said, yo, cool to get a Venmo. So I'm gonna get a Venmo also. You know what I'm saying? Making it easy for you guys to support the show. You know when the show's supported, you know what I'm saying? I go the extra mile, you know. But yesterday was awesome. Man, we're doing great on Kick, man. We up to 32 followers. We'll be at 75 in no time. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I didn't took care of the streaming achievements. So we done got like 5, 6 achievements out the way. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta worry about is the you know what I'm saying is the membership and the follows. But then shout outs to my bro John. What's going on? Yeah, got a lot of crazy shit going on over on Kick. But hey, man, as long as you get that shit out the way, ain't about nothing, man. We hitting the ground running today. Make sure you guys definitely get ready for this Sunday or today. If you haven't started your day yet, if you guys are up, soaking up this game, it's a good way to start your day with some good mental chewing gum. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't even go to sleep last night. Saturday night, going into Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of East Coast cats. I know in New York, them clubs let out at like 6, 7 a.m. Niggas going straight to Denny's or the diner. Breakfast shop or whatever. About to get it in again before they go to sleep. So sleep don't wait for nobody. Let me see what's a good nugget I can give y'all on the sleep. A wise man once told me, and I want y'all to soak up this game real quick. Use it if you like. He told me that if you went to sleep broke, you had no business going to sleep. Soak that up. Soak that up. All right. But shout outs to everybody in the building. Make sure you guys tap in. Shout outs to David Akisanya. Hold on. Let me throw something off my broski. Hold on real quick. Throw something off of my broski real quick. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna talk about it on today's show. All right, let's go.
Your pussy. Hey, bring the camera, son. Bring the camera. All the young girls who want to make life with pussy, your pussy will perish with you in hell. May your pussy perish with you. May your smooth pussy, creamier pussy, and tight pussy perish with you.
Bring the camera. Yeah, bring the camera closer. My man was ready for his close up. He knew he was gonna say some wild shit. I gotta go to his church, man. Shit, like it's lit in there. Damn, he knew he was gonna say some viral worthy shit. But the topic of today's show is janky relationships. I'm even guilty. I've told you guys on today, not even on today's show. I mean, we talked about it on a bunch of different shows and stuff like that. Is it better to love? I mean, they say, and I've said it multiple times on the show, that it's better to love and lost than never love than never loved before. That's a saying. It's better to have experienced love and lost love than to never have experienced love before. And I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of people here and not here are hopeless romantics, you know? And I think, where it's getting at is that, shit. I think a hopeless romantic will really I think it's better to be a hopeless romantic that's experienced love before than to not love before. But I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Gotta be careful. This is something that a lot of men don't talk about but suffer from. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to feel love. Who doesn't want to feel loved, valued, or cherished? You know what I'm saying? But love is kind of like, and it can be like a amusement park. Certain amusement parks, if you're skeptical about it or you feel some type of way about it, if you go to certain amusement parks with certain people, you know what I'm saying? You will enjoy the amusement park. But if you go to the amusement park with other people or somebody that don't know what they're doing, or somebody that's reckless or something like that, it can ruin what that amusement park has to offer. It can ruin amusement parks for you. Oh, I don't trust amusement parks. I'll never get on a roller coaster again. So you want to go with the right people to enjoy yourself and have fun. What's going on? Shout outs to Ed in the building. He said, the women I deal with hang out and have sex are worthy of my manhood / masculinity. Okay. Absolutely. I mean, I would think, but you just don't want to. What I'm saying is, you don't want to fall in love all willy nilly. Some people have the capacity to love multiple people in their lifetime. Some people got the capacity to, only love one person, really. And then another thing that happens is some people, and this is, I wouldn't even say it's a mature love, but it is, gotta let other people go if they really do love them. You know what I'm saying? You got that side of the game where it's like, damn, if I really fuck with this person, I have to let them go. Because not every relationship you're gonna go to the altar with. Not every relationship, is gonna be a thing where it's like, hey man, we're gonna jump the broom. Sometimes you gotta let somebody go. And if they come back, maybe it's for show. Or if you come back, maybe it's for show. Some people gotta be mature to experience the amusement park. Maybe you might call it an amusement park just for the sake of soaking up game, because a lot of people, they're very skeptical of that word. And it goes back to what I'm saying. If you've never experienced it, or if you never had somebody that can bring that side of you out. Because a lot of relationships and a lot of people can bring out different versions of you. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Sometimes it's not love. Sometimes you're just in love with that version of you. You want to get back to that. So, it is what it is. But that's what a lot of people are looking for. They look for it in hoes. They look for it in some of the square relationships they entertain. They look for it everywhere. So the topic of the show is janky relationships. Would you entertain a janky relationship because you are tired of being single? Have you? And maybe this could be in hindsight. Entertained a janky relationship or toxic, or maybe even stayed in a janky or toxic relationship because you didn't want to be single. Let's go to the polls. 12% out of 8 votes says that yes, if I was tired of being single, I would entertain a toxic or a janky relationship. You know? Hold on, y'all. Let's get these likes up. 75% said no. If they were tired of being single, they wouldn't entertain a toxic or janky relationship. And 12%, the same amount of people that said yes, said that they've been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. And I would think, we'll wait until more people come in, wake up and come into the show. I would think that yes and been there and done that would be equal. It could be 50-50 with no and yes, been there and done that. And then also, some of the yes, been there and done that are the people that said no because they've been there and done that. And it's just more common sense to probably say no, you know, than to do that, you know. They say crazy bitches got the best coochie. Now, we're gonna get into a couple of the janky relationships that I've seen a lot of people, and some people, you know, I've seen a lot of people cover them here on YouTube. We're gonna get to a video. Dr. BOA put out a video that I kind of found interesting. It was showing how Melly Monaco ended up getting with Gilbert Arenas. And I guess he was inquiring that, you know, she was kicking it with mediocre tutorials and reviews, which I've seen it. I think what they went to Jamaica, some shit, or some place, and they were kind of hanging out, and you know. But I mean, I guess a lot of women do that with MTR. I mean, the same thing happened with you know, Melly Monaco. No, not Melly Monaco. I said Melly Monaco. My bad. What's the other lady's name? Fuck. Somebody put her name in the chat. What's her name? God damn it. I done forgot the other lady's name, but y'all know, I think y'all know who I'm talking about. You know. Her name will come to me a little bit later, y'all. I'm still recovering from yesterday. Shit. Man, these names, I'm running out of name capacity, man. I gotta swap out these names in my lexicon. Damn it, I see this woman's face, but I forgot her goddamn name. We'll remember her name a little bit later, but happens to mediocre tutorials and reviews all the time. And so-called good guys. You know, y'all saw Cam Newton talking to the doctor. He's out of the loop. And that's another thing too. Corny guys. Even though women are corny and they love corny guys, they're out of the loop. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to some of them are unaware that they're corny. I mean, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. When they get money, you know, it's like a thick glass window, you know? If they're not in their revenge phase. Because a lot of guys, I'm telling you the truth, a lot of dudes, I'm gonna tell you the truth. A lot of dudes are waiting to go get some paper to go get some revenge. That's the first thing dudes set out to get, whether it's about women or not. You know, once men get racked up, they out for revenge. You know. So a lot of them, they probably like, you know, oh well, a woman wants this and a woman wants that. A lot of, you know, don't think that a lot of your limited beliefs and your preconceived notions about certain things don't follow you when you become successful. You know, because Also, too, man, high value and success nowadays, and it's always been like that, but more so nowadays because people are copying our sector. So I want to know that I want to let you guys know that when you guys are tuned in to Player Talk Radio, you're tuned into something very much special that's gonna help you navigate life a lot better, man. That's why I'm telling y'all to, while we're around, hit the like button and support the show, because most people using our lexicon, they don't know what true high value is. They're just repeating Kevin Samuels' talking points. They're just repeating Kevin Samuels' talking points. And I'm not even gonna lie, Kevin Samuels, even though he does and did his own thing, he remixed a lot of Manosphere talking points. So he most likely wasn't really educated where the concept of high value came from. High value has always been a dating concept, mind you. But where it came from is another group of people remixed it in a better way. They updated the talking points. And I'm pretty sure that's what I guess what he felt that he was doing. But in reality, high value is demonstrated. There's a lot of men that technically and financially are high value, but they can't demonstrate it. They can't demonstrate it and get the results that they want. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the game. The whole reason for wearing Rolexes and driving Mercedes and all of that stuff. I mean, obviously, if you want to afford those, trinkets of success, or if you view that as a staple of your success, you know what I'm saying? You go buy yourself a $10,000 watch or something like that, or a Benz. Of course, looking at it, it's supposed to demonstrate high value. You'll be surprised that the people that can own this stuff, they still don't get the results that they want. And I'm going to tell you some real shit. Real money is quiet money. Demonstrating high value, you got to have some game. I'm being dead serious. You'll have a $10,000 watch on, and a woman won't know it's $10,000 unless she knows about the watch. You'll have that $10,000 watch on, and some nigga with some Jordans will come and take it back. 200 beat 10,000. Don't believe me? Go look up them watches. Those watches are so rich, and when you get to a certain level, it's actually low key. If you go look up a Royal Oak, or you go look up a Day Date, or a Sky Dweller, or a Daytona, and the Daytona, certain versions of the Daytona are flashy, but a lot of those watches look plain. And when I tell you there's other industries that are remixing those watches to demonstrate high value, like rappers, he'll say, I got a Rolex, and then he'll show you an iced out watch, a bust down. They call those bust downs, if you don't know. And those watches, they flood those watches with diamonds and stuff like that, and all kinds of different moissanites and real diamonds and stuff, right? Those rocks that's in that watch, the watch probably got boogers in them. Those watches that's in that watch, those ain't factory Rolex diamonds. Rolex didn't put those in. So yeah, that watch got diamonds to shine and demonstrate high value, but you devalued that watch. You can't sell that watch back, not for the price that you put in it. So are you understanding the concept that I'm giving you about demonstrating high value? That watch is to shine and catch the eyes and the attention of women, whereas a Rolex, it shimmers, has a nice gold finish. If you know what it is, you know what it is. You know what's in the guts. It has a high resale value. And a lot of those watches are low key. A lot of those watches, if you want to wear them at the club, you can. But if you want to wear it to a ball or a gala with a nice suit, you can also. A lot of those watches are interchangeable. That watch with those diamonds in it, you can't wear that everywhere. But what I'm talking about is demonstrating value. Rappers got to wear a big ass chain and all that other stuff, but you see Bill Gates, you see when you see, I've never seen Elon Musk wear a chain. Niggas launching rockets and shit. Nigga got a chain on, but this nigga got a launch pad in his backyard. What I'm saying is, demonstrating value. Real rich people, the real motherfuckers that's rich for no fucking reason, they pay to keep their name out of plain sight. Rich people have a harder time displaying value and demonstrating value. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. There's certain times in your life where you gotta DLV, demonstrate low value. Get somebody up off of you. So a lot of times y'all trick yourselves out of the knowledge that y'all are supposed to get because y'all are watching people run around talking about high value, and that's not the conversation that people need to have. The game is recloaking itself in a different way. And like I told y'all, the internet is a big source of value. You know, you may see me get on a lot of people for looking to the internet for knowledge, but you can find knowledge on the internet. If you sit back long enough to soak up the game, you'll be entitled to the riches and the you know and the value that it has to offer you for soaking up good knowledge that you can't get in college. If you shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. But as the internet can also give you good information, if you don't know where to go, if you don't know who to listen to, and if you don't have a good, if you're not one of my sponges, shout outs to the sponges in the building. Real sponge. If you're not no real sponge, you know, if you ain't no SpongeBob, you can't soak up no fucking game. You don't know where to look. You don't got the method to soak up knowledge and take what you need out of it. Gotta be able to soak it up. Because we get into a turning point where, okay, yeah, the internet will give you really good fucking information, but the internet also pushes misinformation. If you ain't got no game and you don't know how to take certain things with a grain of salt, you're gonna be left on the asphalt. And when you acquire certain knowledge, you'll see how much people butcher real knowledge. You'll be surprised who knows what they're talking about versus who doesn't. And you'll understand too, if you've been around for a long time, that the manosphere is full of people just regurgitating talking points they've never did homework on. They never tried it to see if it works. It just sound good. And it'd be people with huge channels. Let's get into the game. It's player talk. Shout out to Dr. BOA.
Never had these problems.
Check it out.
I'm sorry. I got 5 kids, and trust me, the panties just drop in first date. Because if not, I could just get your friend. I can get her friends, your doctors, your lawyers, those, and that's just the reality.
And Gilbert Arenas, he's from the. Well, I don't know if he's from the DMV area, but he spent some time in the DMV area. This nigga got kicked off with the Wizards for having guns in his locker. This nigga done brought the straps to court. Or to the court, my bad. All right, let's get it.
Yeah, so I don't need to change my language. I don't need to pander to the women. How I sound on Instagram is how I sound in real life. I want to see if I can break your will. If you meet me in person, trust me, sweetheart.
Women take on the men that they sleep with, even in personality.
Oh, wow. Oh.
See? Again. Now, I don't know this brother. But these are talking points, nigga, I told y'all more than 4 or 5 years ago. You see a lot of people talk about the body count. They don't even know why they're talking about the body count. I challenge y'all, even when it's me, when I say certain things, ask me to explain it. Yo, Kuda, you said something interesting. Can you unpack that? I will give you the game. I'll tell you where it came from. I'll tell you why. Most people here in these spaces can never explain these talking points. They don't know where it came from. Bet you this nigga won't say shit about no goddamn microcamerism. There's 2 seeds that a man gives a woman. His physical and his mental. Yes. If you didn't know, your woman is supposed to take on your influence. And eventually she will. Square ass niggas, man. Let's go.
So, yeah, now you heard probably old heads say, be careful who you let braid your hair or who you eat after, right? Because spirits attract. Yes. But it's more like DNA. Damn. And I try to make it short, but these 2 scientists did an experiment where they were just testing saliva to see what it did. One scientist took his saliva and put it out there on the little test thing, and he left, and the other scientist studied it. The scientist went on a plane flight to somewhere, and the scientist who was observing the saliva, he noticed different interactions in the saliva at certain times. He documented those times. When he met back up with the other scientist, he mentioned to him the times that his saliva made distinct changes. And the guy had, he wrote down whenever he was upset, if he felt any type of emotion and why, and it lined up with the time frame that he kept. So he was about to miss his flight, and his saliva reacted to that, even though it wasn't in his mouth, man.
Wow.
So just imagine that saliva that you just spit out, and that dies after about, I think it was like 14 or 15 hours, it dies. But jeez, imagine sperm inside of a body now where it's warm, it's, imagine kissing, smoking, eating after somebody, those, what you would call germs, that bacteria, it gets into a person. Jeez. So a lot of times
Now, the saliva is the least of your worries. And that's why I tell you guys a lot of times too. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm saying keep it player. I mean, a lot of y'all dudes here, y'all love tricking and y'all promote tricking. Even if you trick, it's not really something to promote, but whatever. Y'all like sleeping with hoes. Then get on the internet and act like one. And the real research came from, I think it was like 2005 or before 2005, where doctors were doing research on women's brains for a completely different reason. I'm not sure if it was cancer, or I'm not sure if they were researching women's brains, and they started finding other men's DNA in their brains. What's going on, War Master? Yeah, the saliva thing is not really what it is. What happened was they started researching women's brains for a completely different reason, and then they found another reason, which they start finding male DNA in a woman's brain, in her brain chemistry. And also, too, fellas, if you know anything about female and female nature, the vagina is a muscle. Yes. No homo, the penis is a muscle. There's workouts that you have for your Johnson, and there's workouts that she has for the coochie. You know? And there's a huge muscle that both sexes have called the PC muscle. And it both starts with it starts with urination. You can work that muscle out with urination, especially if you're starting to have erectile dysfunction or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Both sexes can work that muscle out with their urination. Okay. Now, now, a muscle builds itself with memory also. Yeah, coochie workouts. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it gets deep, War Master. They be standing over eggs and shit. The yoni eggs. They got women that put eggs in there, and like you know how the egg is shaped, like it, like if you turn the egg right side up, like the top is kind of like I wouldn't say it's pointy, but the bottom is kind of like circular and round. They got this workout where it's like they put the egg in there, and then she's supposed to squeeze it, and then release it, and then squeeze it, and then release it. Some crazy shit. Then they got the ones where they stand over like older women would do this if it to tighten it back up. They'll stand over like not, I wouldn't say a pot, but they'll stand over like some mist. It's like a mist. I forgot it's like a steam. And I didn't expect to talk about this, which by the way, was just trife. But it's like a steam and stuff, and it's supposed to contract that muscle and get the tightness back. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Kegels. Yeah, and the Kegels use the PC muscles. You know, you know. But see, what it is that it takes on the memory. So even if you use a condom, um, strokes. I mean, you still getting that shit smashed. So the woman, you still feel it. Sex is sex. I mean, obviously, you have a condom, but I mean, it's energy. It's energy. So they were even saying that, women take on the energy and the souls, you know what I'm saying? The soul, energy and life force of the soul of the man just through just the act. You know what I'm saying? Women can be contaminated. Men can be contaminated also. You guys are swapping fluids. Topically and externally. That's what I'm telling you guys. And a lot of guys don't understand it or realize it because they haven't dealt with enough women or done enough research on it. When you do lay down with somebody, in that moment, you do become their equal on the physical plane. I'm not saying, oh, if I sleep with a hoe, I'm smarter than a hoe or just as smart as that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about on a physical plane. Do kings sleep with peasants? Absolutely. Could that be indicative of their self-esteem? Absolutely. You know? You're not gonna always be attracted or end up sleeping with somebody that's on your level. You know. And then we could go into some esoteric shit about how the vagina is a portal and all that goofball shit. But we're just taking one step at a time. So a lot of people don't even know what they're talking about when they start bringing up the body count. They don't know. They don't know any of this stuff. And instead of trolling, the audience need to be able to ask questions. Hey, why do you say that? And you'll be surprised who can and who can explain what the hell they're talking about. You know, to have a good understanding of it, you should be able to articulate it or teach it or be able to talk about it. They say the best thing is to, is to learn how to explain things in a way that a 7-year-old can get it, you know? And I'll give y'all some more game. If y'all ever wanted to learn something, but you're having problems and trouble learning it because it's too advanced, go get a kid's book on it. I'm being dead serious. Go get a kid's book on a certain subject. You'll be surprised what they got kids book for. Kids books. When I was learning a little bit about Forex, I'm like, man, I need something. I need to slow it down. I found a kid's book on Forex. You know, teaching kids how to trade stocks, count, buy their candles red. You'll be surprised what they got kids books on. And you have a whole phone. Your cell phone is an external organ that is also a library, a studio, and literally the portal, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, shout outs to War Master, to you becoming successful, getting what you want. How you utilize that external organ. And shows like this stops you from doom scrolling. Or you can doom scroll while listening to Player Talk Radio. Either or. Let's get it.
With schizo, because we got a lot of people inside of us.
Bro, let me tell you something. For Gil to be talking all that game, man, listen. Gil just proposed and got engaged, man, to what her name is, Melly. Well, is it Melly? Melly something, Melly Money, Melly Monaco? I think that's it. But the girl who hanging out, man, on the...
Now, the funny part is that a lot of people don't know, but it makes no sense for me to say it. I've actually introduced Melly Monaco to the manosphere way before she was in the manosphere. She had a rap music video back in the day because I knew about Melly Monaco. I knew about Melly Monaco way before she even made any of that shit. She wasn't even famous. Like, Melly Monaco had a song out called War. I think the name of the song was called War. And she used to do skits with my what's his name? Is it Jay? Was it Jay Hunter? I forgot. It's my boy. He used to do skits a long time ago. She was in one of the skits, and he actually made a mini movie with her. So we were sitting up here laughing at all of that shit way before dudes in the manosphere knew who the hell she was. She used to do little small skits. All right, stay woke.
Island with MTR. Man, he just wifed her up. I mean, he just engaged, man. He put a ring on it, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. For him, it's no big deal. But the problem is, when you're at a certain point in life, you got to remember that you can't just stop playing the game the way it's played. You can't let yourself age out of the mindset that the game is different. Now all of a sudden, you think the game is different now? Man, let me tell y'all something, bro. And this is real talk. If a woman likes you, bro, it don't matter who she is. I'm talking about, man, listen, doctor, lawyer, psychologist, psychiatrist, pro athlete, bro. I'm talking about, man, tennis star, bro. You name it, bro. A professional coach, man. Listen, college coach, judge, where you name it. I'm dean of a university, administration's supervisor, whatever, bro. whatever it is, if a woman likes you, you get to see the absolute femininity that a woman has for a man when she really likes him. And it makes you not want to have a woman who has already liked the man that much. Why? Not because it makes her a bad woman, because she's already given that part of herself to a man. Let me tell y'all something, brothers. When a woman says something about her first love, bruh.
Nah, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to in the West. It is not even. Y'all got to stop doing this. The real game is the real game. What's going on, emo? The real game is y'all need to stop letting women in the West negotiate their feminine. Any woman that's negotiating her femininity with you doesn't have any. Stop being real men to women that are negotiating their femininity with you, and do not ever get into a continuity of having those type of relationships. See, baby, I like it when you're feminine. What are you talking about? That is mandatory. That is woo mandatory. Do not ever in your fucking life play games with women like that. Do not, don't. It's either she feminine or she not. Because there's enough problems that come with women that are actually feminine. It's a double-edged sword, because if you let me give you some game on the back end. If you deal with a lot of women where you have to negotiate that means you that it and it gives them the signal not to. It gives them the signal to dangle how they can behave over you. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you get used to dealing with women that is not feminine like that, and you like to play that game, that means you don't know how to deal with feminine women. Because actual, real, regular, feminine women have their own brand of bullshit that comes with them. And that's what you should be negotiating with, real feminine women. Not somebody pretending to be feminine when she's around you, and that's not how she really wants to be. And she just only puts that act on when she's around you. You can't be having your girl shouldn't be LARPing around you. Live action role playing when she with you.
She only get one of those. And that takes a whole lot of shit off the table that you should have from your wife. If you want a wife, then you should be her first love. How you gonna have a wife that done already been head over here with somebody else, that done already fought for a relationship with somebody else, that done already went through the fire with somebody else? Bruh.
Now, I don't fully agree with that, but I know what he's talking about.
What if you ain't been through the fire with nobody? How you gonna trust her to go through the fire? She already burnt out. And let me tell you something, man.
And that's not necessarily true. So what we started off this conversation with, y'all, is better to love and lost, right? They say it's better to love and lost than never loved before. If she been through the fire with somebody else, then she probably would know how to go through the fire with you if she truly feels that way about you. See, a lot of things that a lot of these guys in this space talking about, are talking about, and I know what BOA is talking about, but a lot of the, some women can still love you. This goofy bitches don't know how to go through the fire with you. So if a woman did fall in love with a guy and some shit happened and she went through the fire with him and fucked it up because she don't know how to go to the fire, or she was young and she just, you know what I'm saying? You do find some good women that would know how to go through the fire with you. She know the feeling and she not trying to feel like that no more. And now she got a little bit more experience, So that's not necessarily true. And then there's different types of love. What you could be bringing to her could be a lot more stronger than what the last guy did. It's just that she got to go through the fire with you, if there is some fire that y'all both going through. And like I said, when you sure and you know what you can do, you know how high you gonna set the bar. I'm not telling you to listen to no broad talk about a past love or some other dude, but there will be indicators that she will show you about where she's been at or went with somebody else, and you should, because if you're not listening to who you trying to fall in love with, then that's your problem. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, you should know how high you're gonna set that bar, or you should know where that line you should know where the line with the woman you're gonna draw is at, and you should know if that's higher or lower. You should know where you should at least somewhat know where you about to go with it. And if she's gonna follow you or she not gonna follow you, that's up to her. Or what you're doing. You did? So let's go.
Good man, an honest man, upstanding man, a godly man, God-fearing man, spiritually astute man. You're a man that understands man, provision and protection and all that. Bro, you deserve a woman who has not had those things from anyone else. I got a piece of content coming up for y'all, man, by LaToya.
Most of these dudes don't know how to deal with or how to love a woman that hasn't had any of those things from anybody else. And good luck trying to find that. Good luck trying to find that.
Look, man, LaToya, look at this on
her Spawn.
A third marriage in like 9 years. Bruh, she's in her third marriage in like 9. Now, I ain't saying she been married 3 times in 9 years, but she's had 3 husbands in the past 9 years. This is after she sat online and said that Slim Thug is her one. Any man who marries a woman who already has a one is a fool. And any man who believes that he's with a woman who's been intimately active her whole life and doesn't have a one is a fool. Bro, let me tell you something. There ain't no woman you gonna meet who got a pile up of bodies who ain't already met her one already. She'll tell you that, but what I'm telling you is you never let a woman tell you the shit I'm saying ain't true. You don't never let no woman tell you. You don't never, if I'm telling you something about women, boy, you don't never let no woman come and tell you that ain't true. He don't know what he's talking about. That don't apply to all women. Yeah, some of this shit does. A lot of these things do. Not things like all women are bad and all. No, we don't play those types of games. That ain't what we're talking about. But when we talk about certain things, when I tell you about these things, man, you don't let no woman tell you, man, Doc don't know what he's talking about, bruh. Don't do it. Real talk, man. Listen, man, damaged women are a no-go. But we talking about emotionally damaged, spiritually damaged, mentally damaged, financially damaged, and physically damaged. Physical damage is the worst one, bro. That's the one we overlook the most. A man will say, okay, a woman has been down through that. She had all these bodies, but she went and got counseling. She good now. Man, ain't no counseling for that body, bro. Them energies are going to be in her forever.
Let me tell y'all something. Because y'all like dealing with hoes. Bro, if you ain't prepared to deal with a hoe, you don't even need to be having this conversation. Nigga, you going to be troubled about some shit you don't even understand. I can see if you about to get married or some shit, which in this case, that's kind of what the shit is about. But if you dealing with promiscuous women, you don't need to even be running yourself down or worrying yourself about no shit like this. Some of y'all niggas got that physical and spiritual damage that y'all claim these broads have. If you want to keep it technical. Some of y'all niggas been spiritually fucked over. You know? And a lot of dudes want to be hoes themselves. Yes. A lot of dudes want to be hoes themselves.
Ain't gonna never come out. That's why the more bodies a woman has, the more likely she is to have these masculine outbursts. Let me tell y'all something about a feminine woman. When a feminine woman get mad, she don't start cussing and hooping and hollering and yelling.
I don't know, bro. Some of them do. And I've been around some real feminine women that will go the hell off.
The woman who's been with many men over her life, when she gets angry, she start doing a whole bunch of blasting off. It's in her. She can't help it. It's not her energy. It's the energy of those men. Let me tell y'all something. This real talk, man. that energy transfer is real, bro. That energy transfer is real. So it's kind of like this. Let's say you got a wife. She starts suddenly behaving differently. She taking more time to get dressed when she leave home. She taking longer to come home. She's starting to be a little bit more secretive with her phone. Those are behaviors that you can see. But the connection that happens when y'all are intimate, it already tells you before she starts doing any of that. Before she starts doing any of that, you may kiss.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When y'all listen to this type of content, and like I said, shout out to Dr. BOA because I know what he's talking about. But some of y'all don't need to be this spooked and paranoid about your relationship or your women. You know, some of y'all dudes, I mean, unless you for sure know something's up, gotta check yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Some of y'all dudes gotta be on some. Listen, I don't give a fuck what that bitch doing. You know, if she being real with me, you know, there's really nothing I gotta worry about. You know, she may be acting slightly a little bit weird, but that's what women do from time to time. That's what people do. You gotta be on some, you know, and you can be a slick nigga on the back end if you want to. Slick as in you know how to move if some shit go down. You know, but you gotta be on some. Listen, I just better not find out. You know, and this is a completely different mindset from that Mario Winans bullshit. This ain't no. I don't want to know if you're playing me. Keep it on. No, this is more of look. That goofy bitch can do whatever the hell she want to do. I just better not find out. You know, and if it's something dealing with you, well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Uh, a lot of y'all dudes, women are very slick and they got pockets. You know, I mean, as men, we go to work, we do different things. So it's in our nature somewhat to become creatures of habit. And not necessarily habit, routine. Oh, I'm going to work today. Or some days you tell your girl you going to work, come home early. Go leave the house, go to Starbucks, go get you some coffee. She think you go to work. Set some money aside. Y'all about to go out. But guess what? I say give it like an hour, hour and a half, and then come home early. Just for no reason. One of those days. One day you have a day off, don't tell her it's your day off. Niggas going through phones and shit. Nigga, you don't gotta do all of that. Blitz. It's called Blitz. Blitz the bitch. You think she being secretive and sneaking niggas in the house and doing all kinds of shit when you gone? Leave. Go to Starbucks. Go get you some coffee. You can even put on your work uniform. Play with it. Then come home. If she's acting weird, baby, oh my God, you're home early and all this other shit. But like, yeah, you know what? I thought about taking the day off. What you doing? You know, because that's the thing. Like I said, if a woman is you know what I'm saying? A woman, if she's cheating and you find out, a lot of times they wanted you to find out. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. A lot of times it's over some goofball shit like attention. You know, to women, attention has flavors. Stay woke. They like different types of attention. Not all attention is the same to certain women. And sometimes to get a different type of attention from you, she will go seek a different type of attention from another nigga. But that doesn't excuse what she's doing. And you got to be the one to tell her that. Because they knowingly become disrespectful when that happens. And it's wrong for me to say a feminine woman, full body feminine woman that wants attention. Nigga, I'm not going to get on here and lie to y'all. See, y'all are up here negotiating femininity. So any type of content creator can get on here, man, a feminine woman ain't going to. That's not true. And let me tell y'all, a lot of y'all niggas in the West, y'all so used to negotiating femininity with women, you don't even get along with feminine women. We ain't even getting to that yet. A lot of y'all niggas in the West will never get along with the actual, truly feminine women. Because you don't understand them. You haven't been around them. The feminine women will actually be turned off at the fact that you got to negotiate that. This nigga is weird. That's what the women will say. You know? And the thing is too, because I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you, hey, it's how it's going. A lot of dudes hang around non-feminine women because they act like the homies or whatever, and those women are quick to give up pussy. You know, am I giving y'all too much game? Are y'all soaking that up? A lot of dudes hang around non-feminine women because you got to hang around them for the less amount of time. They should give us some pussy. You drink with her, eventually she gonna get horny like a nigga. You smoke with her, eventually she gonna get horny like no homo, you know? Like I said, y'all can get on here and lie, talk this femininity bullshit and stuff like that. But when I find y'all dating bitches with tattoos on their knuckles. Niggas up here dating full-blown pirates. Am I giving y'all too much game? Or is it going? Are you soaking it up, or is it going over your head? Y'all listen to too much people that give y'all misinformation, and a lot of times when y'all get here to get some real information, you can't soak it up. All right. An hour and 29 minutes into the madness, and I'm still dropping gems. Hit the like button, support the show, giving y'all some real game. Giving y'all some real game on this Sunday morning. Let's go. Testify. Support the show.
Kiss your wife goodbye in the morning on the way to work, and then just be sick all day. Just have a bad taste in your mouth all day. You know, one of those tastes that you can't get it out of your mouth. It's a nauseous taste. You can't get it out of your mouth. That's because your saliva is responding differently to her saliva.
Oh my God.
And her because
all right, BOA, I fuck with you, but come on, man. Y'all niggas are not. Don't scare niggas with no fucking saliva, bro.
Her saliva is different now that it's mixing with someone else's saliva. But men overlook.
There's way more worse things than another nigga's saliva, bro. Pause. Y'all niggas be eating coochie. Y'all niggas be eating coochie. You might be swallowing something way different than saliva, my nigga.
These things because we put too much trust in a woman.
Fuck the saliva and fuck a kiss, because niggas ain't even kissing no more. Really think about what I'm telling you. When the last time you really just kissed a bitch? Even your bitch. When the last time you really baby? When's the last time? I love you. When's the last time? Dudes in a relationship eating coochie. And I'm telling you, you gotta be careful because I'm not gonna lie. If you do want to eat coochies, you would think you'd be safe eating your girls because that's your girl. If you're gonna be out here doing that, real rap, you better fear that disaster zone more before you fear kissing. But then again, some women think that if they give fellatio, that is not. Oh, that's not cheating. Oh, yes, it is.
Who doesn't earn that trust every single day. A woman has to earn trust every day.
Baby.
A woman has to earn desire every day. A woman has to earn attraction every day. A woman has to earn verbal engagement every day. She don't just get to show up one time and then suddenly because she there, she get all this engagement and all this.
See, a lot of dudes don't understand that because they don't know how to strike that. They don't know how to strike that type of emotion in a woman. They don't. So this gonna go right over a lot of people's head. How's she gonna earn it when you don't know how to do it? And I'm not gonna lie, if that's your girl, it takes them a minute. They will know you don't know how to do it before you realize you don't know how to do it. Especially if she had it before. So see, this is kind of why I tell you, and I'm not going in on Dr. BOA's teaching style, but this is why I'm telling you that it don't need to be that woman's first time. You understand what I'm saying? Realizing what the hell's going on. At least if you know a broad is a little bit seasoned in the game, when she can validate that you really a player like that. And I'm not gonna lie, some of you guys, the girls that you can get this type of rep, skill, and practice on, you can turn around and go attract a woman that will reciprocate that or will understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like just as much you could become a player with the current girlfriend that you got now that's probably gonna get rid of your ass anyway. Or at some point y'all know y'all not gonna be together no more. You know? So going back to the poll with the janky relationships, some people get with people knowing that they're not about to marry them. And I'm not saying that's wrong. That it's a thing. Sometimes you got to learn how to be with sometimes you got to be with somebody else to learn how to be with somebody else. A lot of times we forget that relationships is a climb. Some women will teach you how to love other women. And by the time you start loving the other woman, she gets a better version of you because it's like, okay, well, the last girl I met, I really wasn't on no player type shit with her. And then like halfway through the relationship, I kind of, start gaining my wings. I start learning stuff. Start learning, okay, this is how women like to be touched. Damn. Start gaining like, oh, okay, this is how they go about trying to get attention. Let me attract her by locking her out of attention, getting her to chase me, and then, really respecting my attention that I'm giving her. You start picking up and learning things. That's what I said. Like right before most guys or most people get out of a relationship, that's when they truly become red pill. Right, but I wouldn't say right before a breakup, but like during that little window, that's when they truly become red pill. You know what I'm saying? Some people are in janky relationships now that are over, right? But they just haven't left out of it. As I said, a lot of and especially women, a lot of them, they don't bring certain things. They don't bring closure to certain things. And a lot of dudes that fear. There's a lot of dudes that's in a relationship right now that fear being single. That's just to them. That's just as bad as being an incel. They probably, some dudes when they got into a relationship, they coming off of a dry spell. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, they like, damn, Some women try to hold that shit over a dude's head. Some dudes, their personality won't allow them to be alone. You know? Now, I'm not going to throw, and we're going to get into that soon. I'm not going to throw Judge Mathis into that mix because I would say a marriage is a lot different. But I'm not going to lie, a lot of dudes fear being alone. You know, a lot of dudes truly fear being alone. You know? And some of them, they don't truly fear being alone, but they haven't prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes will be okay. But it's like if you didn't anticipate it and you haven't prepared for it, that has like a shock value with it. You know, you like, yo, you know, my wife at home, she, you know, kids are good, blah, blah, blah. Then you get a text message, I'm leaving tonight. What do you mean? What? What's going on, Cap? Shouts to Big Cap in the building. You think she about to cook dinner and she gonna be off with somebody that you think that's a winner. You know? And that's the thing about marriage. A lot of guys, you know, they prefer an arrangement. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of guys, they prefer an arrangement. I remember, shout outs to the general. I remember when a lot of y'all used to make fun of the general and stuff like that. He been married 3 times. People try to make it seem like, you know, he didn't know what he was talking about. No, he probably knows what he's talking about. It's just that he's a man that likes a certain arrangement. You know? I'm not saying people can hide behind titles, which they can, but titles can dictate an arrangement. You understand what I'm saying? You know, honestly, if you do, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not siding with Beyonce, but if you like it, sometimes you should put a ring on it. But you gotta understand what you putting a ring on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get mad at a man that likes her, or that prefers an arrangement. I understand it. You know, shit. Most of the people that's critiquing what the hell a player is don't know what a player is. They ain't players themselves. Because that title constitutes what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. And that relationship and connection that you have with that person, that person should also dictate that. You know, okay, I'm this man's wife. I can't be at the clubs like that no more. I got this ring on my finger. What does it mean to me? You know? And that's the thing. A lot of people that don't understand women won't really get a woman's nature. Women are red pill in nature. They get off on deception. That's why they go after men with rings. It's that temptation. And I can really break the game down to you because I'm equipped to break the game down to you. Oh, you want me to turn it into some Bible shit? Well, let's turn it into some Bible shit. Deep down inside, God knew Eve was gonna break when she ate that apple because God gave Eve and Lilith the personality trait of liking deception. The devil piqued her interest with deception. Nobody knows what God would have done to Eve. But Adam, he shouldn't have followed that bitch. Because God does give man logic before deception. Especially with some of the things that he puts in front of you as a man. As a player, Adam should have been like, "Hey, nah, you ate that, bro. Nope. You ate that apple. You ate that apple. That's between you and God at this point. You know, I'm your dude, but hey, we adhere to something else." Adam should have known that no matter what that bitch did, he gonna have to adhere to certain things. Yo, I wasn't around. No, she coerced Adam. She had more game than Adam, and coerced him into doing something that he know he shouldn't have been doing. That's some real shit. They got kicked out the Garden of Eden because of Adam. Because if you believe in the story of Lilith, I'm not even gonna lie. I'll take the third strike, God. Make me a third bitch. Adam should have been offended that she ate the apple. Shout outs to War Master. Go look at the apple symbol. It got a bite out of it. Go look at the apple symbol. Go look at the apple symbol. It has a bite. It's not just an apple. There's a bite. Somebody ate it. So when I tell y'all, if y'all want to go get you a broad, and you probably get some of the baddest women you've ever dealt with doing this, go get you a wedding ring, a fake little wedding band from the middle of the mall, and put that shit on your left ring finger, and go see if women don't start flocking to you. You want to know why? Because they know you're in an arrangement. Doesn't matter if they believe in it or not. You believe in it or should believe in it. And she wants to be the apple or the piece of the apple that Eve gave Adam. Y'all not picking up on this, man. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm giving y'all too much game. Hit the like button, y'all. Support the show. Hit that like button and support the show. I'll go deeper. I'll go deeper. It's about deception. And Eve was feminine. Y'all leave that part out. Eve was feminine. Lilith was supposed to be the one that's not feminine. Eve was feminine. A lot of y'all dudes in the West never had and can never. You don't even get along with feminine women and don't even realize it. Eve was feminine. Y'all letting women negotiate. Man, that's funny.
Good quality treatment forever? Come on, man. You got to make a woman earn everything, bruh.
Girl who's a client, she would bring in her boyfriend. Wonderful man. Like, he wanted to leave. They're young. And I said, because she was stuck in this generational mindset where she was like, I want more and more and more and more and more. And I was like, you have a really great man you can grow with, you know? And I told them, I think you're going to break up. And I think when you break up, you're going to appreciate him after you lose him. Because it'll take.
That's some real shit. It's a boomerang. Sometimes you gotta leave something. What I told y'all earlier in this broadcast. Sometimes you gotta let somebody go. And if it was worth something, they'd come back.
And guess what happened? Valentine's Day came around. She wanted more and more and more because that's what she sees on social media. And then they broke up, and he finally got burnt out and said, I had enough. And what us women will do though is when it gets to that point with the guy where they're like, you know what? You're never satisfied with me. I'm never enough, because you're in a relationship where it's just all about you. Men can be the prize too. You know what I mean? And that's humbling.
Don't nobody want to hear that.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that.
Can be
I mean, my man is the prize.
My man is the
but
prize.
I also know I'm the prize.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear that. Talking about some don't nobody want to hear that. Oh, you talking about you? You don't want to hear that. Because if a nigga was to come in there and say that same shit, what are you talking about? They're gonna get mad at him. Some goofball chick that's just realizing the obvious shit and just regurgitating and saying shit that niggas on the internet got called incels and goofies for. Like it's the gospel and shit. Would you rather listen? I mean, and then y'all be like acting like people on YouTube and in these social media spaces are supposed to be like experts and shit like that. I get it, but it's like imposter syndrome to a certain degree. Would you rather somebody that knows that and give you that game, or somebody that's just now figuring that out or finding that out? and integrity. You never hear some of these women say, you know what? And the crazy part is that men been on the internet saying this shit for a long time. You never heard not all the speech and all the bras that y'all listen to regurgitate and repurpose our content. You've never not heard one of them say, and the crazy part is that men been saying this on the internet for the longest time. And I finally figured it out and found out why they say that. Come on, man.
Yeah, both of us are the prize. And
You know what I mean?
actively show each other that you're both the prize.
Mhm.
You know, I let my husband know I appreciate you so much. I don't. The woman I am today and the way I speak and stuff is a lot of it has to do with you, and thank you for that, you know. And you have to say that, you have to, you know, humble yourself, and he humbles himself. You know, men usually know, like a lot of men are in America are not really doing this anymore, but a lot of men, you don't hear men saying like, oh, I'm independent without no woman. Like, they're not saying that. Like, they know that women could be the prize too.
So I just want y'all to understand, man, that I live how I want to live. And I want to be somewhere close to that. I don't want to be somewhere that got all that smog and automobile pollution because there's too many people live there, man. I don't want to be there. That's the only reason I ain't not in Cali, especially not in LA. That's the only reason I ain't not there. It's the only reason I ain't in Houston or somewhere like that. Too many people driving, too many damn cars, too many buses, too many tractor trailers, too many everything. I like fresh air. I like fresh fish with fins and scales now. Only with fins and scales. And I like fresh, no pesticide vegetables, man. Why? Because I'm a gourmet chef. And I want to be able to put something in my body and a woman's body that make us want to share bodies and mix bodies. You dig? All right, man. So let's get on out of here, man. I appreciate y'all being in the building, man. Y'all put God first, keep grinding and growing, my brothers. We out of this thing, man. Peace.
All right. Shout out to Dr. BOA. Now, I was talking about this yesterday. Right? That and I mentioned it. That Judge Mathis, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, not even guys, even women have expressed, and this is just the Fame, y'all. You know, Fame would do this. A lot of men and women have expressed that, you know, when they out working and getting the money and stuff like that, man, a lot of their families, man, you know, they resent them. Oh, I got a rich dad, and my dad is just this amazing guy, but he's never home. You know, oh, he's amazing to y'all, but he's a deadbeat to me. You know, oh, he does this, or oh, he does that, and then when it pertains to us, he's not this amazing guy. You know, that's that. You know what that is? Personified to a certain degree. When you start suffering from it, righteously or unrighteously, that's that. What is it to gain the world and lose your soul type shit? You shouldn't have to feel that way when you actually are doing something to help and contribute to people. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Why should you feel that way when your family that is spoiled, by the way, should gain an understanding that, yeah, you're actually doing humanitarian work and we benefit off of it. They don't have no type of remorse. Oh, when they're ready to leave, they just ready to leave. And the guy that put them in position to even think that way, they would never think that way. They'd be more grateful if it wasn't for the fruits of your labor. They'd be more thankful. Because if you put them in the position of you, they couldn't be what you are. They couldn't do what you do. They couldn't make the type of sacrifice. Nigga, a judge? You have other people's lives in your hand, and this motherfucker, you don't spend time with me. Call me and talk about what? And people aren't even genuine. You can't even talk to people about shit that you would like to talk about. They can just sit there all day and dump and unload shit they like to talk about with you. But the moment you get to talking about cases and stuff and how you really feel and shit, like, man, them niggas can't even fathom what the hell you finna talk about. They've never had nobody's lives in their hands like that. And then all of a sudden, and I get it. You do need to, pay your dues. You do need to focus on your wife. You do need to talk to your wife. You do need to pay attention and stuff like that. But hey, man, it's a trade, man. And trades come with sacrifice. 1 hour and 51 minutes into the madness. Y'all hit the like button. Support the show. You can support the show at $PTV888. That's $PTV888. That's $. Nobody thinks that deep. It's whatever they want, And it's to the point that the person that put you in position to even think like that, you got to backtrack and say, yo, have you considered how I may feel about things? Have you even considered how I may feel about that? And when you're somebody that's worth it, when you're somebody that's somebody and of status, you'll realize how leeching people are. Leeching. People will leech off of you. I gave y'all a game years ago about the remora. Those you ever look on National Geographic or like those like aquatic shows where they show like the fucking whales or like these massive big ass whales and they show like they show like they show like the fish that stands on the side of them and they when the fish they start to eat the algae and shit on the side of the whale or the shark or whatever the fish are attached to. I'm gonna give you some real game. In a lot of cases, it's a mutual relationship. Some of those algae eaters are the fish benefits from being cleaned, and the algae eaters they get a meal. You know, it's a mutual thing. But a fucking leech, it's a parasite. Just take and take and take and take and take. There's no reciprocity. And it's like that it can be like that with your time and energy. And a lot of times, I'm not even gonna lie, a man that go out there and go do it and get it from his family, it's okay if you around some leeches, but you gotta limit the leech. That's a bar. You gotta limit the leech. Cause how are you gonna survive? The leech and you're the host. You know, you're the host. So anytime you host or you're hosting something, you know, it can happen. And if you're not around, that leech doesn't have a host. Yeah, it can go to another host, but the other host might not be as fruitful as you. Might not be as fruitful as you. You know. So there's benefits to being, I forgot the name. It's benefits to being a remora than a leech to a certain degree. You know, and they're both in water. You know, so do your research. I actually feel sorry for Judge Mathis. It's sad that you can fall to the trap of your success, and it's sad that your family, not even your family, I think in this case it's his wife, can fall to the, to the trap of your success. You know? And then the fucked up part is that nobody thinks about you. You think Judge Mathis is in control of his success? I mean, obviously, he's a judge. You show up, you do certain things. It's television. You know, you're working with teams of people. So not just you, everybody around you becomes successful. What's going on, Justin T? Everyone around you becomes successful. The nigga pointing the camera at you, the person that's script writing. So just think about it. You got other families that your family don't even know to feed. But 30-something years is a long fucking time. 30-some odd years is a long fucking time. The fact that somebody would do something that stupid. Sometimes, just let them be stupid. But I guess he wants to go get his family back. Shout out to UFO Kamikaze in the building. Almost 2 hours into the madness. Hit the like button, support the show. Start the day off right. Let's go.
Hey, Judge Mathis, how are you today, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I want to ask.
I'm not good. Rather, it's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Damn.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I want to ask you,
Damn, this one of them niggas like, hey sir, like it's like somebody that work at the airport. Hey sir, can you stand in this line? No, can my wife stand in that line? Like, what? But I guess he knows it's paparazzi running up on him. They ain't gonna run up on him for no fucking reason. So he already know. He just got straight to it. He's like, look. I already know why you running up on me. I come to this airport all the time. Y'all never run up on me, but now you running up on me? He said, it's the worst days of my fucking life. God damn. Shit. You might need to break the law, Judge.
with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife. See how many at the airport now, flying out, as I have for 40 or for 25 years. My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends.
That's the price of fame, man. But see, this is a crazy thing because she has been with him for that long. And it's like, oh, man, you got to choose, you know? You got to choose between your wife and fame. Which one are y'all going to choose? I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie, man. 39 years is a long time. I'd still choose the fame, though. I'd still choose the fame. If that's the decision that she wants to make and you love her, I'd choose the fame. You know? That's what you worked for. People do part ways, and I'm not gonna lie, you've built yourself up into a man that can find another wife. I think a lot of men start to live when they realize that there's hundreds of women walking around that could be your wife. But I think you do got to make a decision of what type of marriage and what type of, you would like. Because there is hundreds, thousands, not even hundreds. I'm fucking around. Thousands. But let's take baby steps of women that could be your wife. But this is a man that was in love still. So it is what it is.
What happens, guys? Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your wife.
So I do want to ask, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th.
And fuck, women ain't I don't get that. Don't ever fuck with a bitch that ain't happy when you happy. She mad as shit because he happy. Indulge with some of that happiness with you. If you listen, if you a type of guy, right? I like cigars. If you're a type of guy that, like, you know what, I need to get away from my family for like 2 hours out of the day. Let me go over here and go smoke a cigar. Sometimes it's cool if your wife hangs out with you and smoke a cigar with you, but you can motion over to her like, shh. I just be quiet. In a healthy way, just like I like to smoke my cigars in peace. No talking. And if she get that signal, respectfully, she be like, okay, my husband, he likes peace. And when he's smoking his cigar and chilling, he likes peace. I can learn to be around my man and indulge in something that he likes. And I can be quiet and just be on my phone and enjoy peace with him. Some of these broads, I was about to say bitches, get on the internet. Oh, I hate when he played the game. I hate when he played it. Bitch, have you thought about learning how to play the game? And turning it into something fun? See, man, we gotta adapt. We'll talk to a woman for hours about some shit we ain't interested in to get into some shit that we interested in. Sometimes. If your girl is a baddie and she into makeup, you don't sit there and get on the internet, man. All she do is put makeup on and she's a baddie and all she want to do is do her nail tech and she want to be a lash technician and stuff. We don't sit up there and do no shit like that. Guess what? We support you. Don't get on the internet, man. Oh, he does because he's not paying you no attention. Okay, he stops playing the game and put the controller down. What your weird ass gonna do? For 2 minutes, you're not even interested in being more interested than the game that he playing. What you gonna do? Bother him to listen to you? That's the thing. Y'all be bothering dudes for selfish ass reasons. It's not selfish that you know what men are doing when I'll give you the game, ladies. You know what men are doing when they play video games and shit like that, other than having fun and just decompressing? He's thinking. For that moment that he's relaxing and playing his video game, the world is in the back of his brain. Yes, we think about paying bills while we playing the video game. Yes, we think about a lot of shit. And if he's spending money on you, damn, the bill is asking for attention too. I want a millionaire. Oh, I'm mad he works. But I want to spend his money. I want a man that got sexual experience. Oh, damn, he's a player though. Man, you gotta respect the jokes, man. And some of you weird ass niggas on here. I want me a baddie. Oh, but she got a whole bunch of niggas around her, and I think she's a hoe. Niggas be just thinking shit starts because they saw it. Anyway. She's gonna turn his efforts to win her back into a restraining order. As a judge, he knows how this goes. He's in denial, yeah, and he gotta really plan out his course of action. Imagine going to jail for harassing your wife. Shout outs to Emo. A lot of people gonna need me. A lot of people gonna need me. Hopefully the people that need me supports me and supports the show. This show could have been on the moon already, man. You know, this channel could have been on the moon already. I definitely need the supporters because I'm shadow banned. A lot of my supporters don't even know my audience don't even know I'm live right now. I gotta take measures and be on Discords and all kinds of goofball shit just to do, you know. I need help get the load getting taken off my back. I gotta run a whole fucking show for 2 hours and be entertaining and be able to give you guys the game and give you something to think about. It's very hard to be 2 hours in a show and you're talking about certain things, and then you can 2 hours into a show, I still have the ability to make people think and say something to get somebody to be like, didn't think about it like that. You gotta be thought provoking. That shit crazy. 2 hours later into a show, you gotta be thought provoking. And then guess what? Turn around and do it again the next day if you want. This shit don't stop. This shit does not stop. So definitely, I appreciate everybody that likes and support the channel. I appreciate everybody that likes and support the channel and that's soaking up this game. I appreciate everybody that likes and support the channel and that soaks up this game. Because that lets me know that you're hearing what I'm saying. How much gems can one man drop? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I need my flowers while I'm alive, man. I don't need them while I'm gone, man. What's going on, Cynical? Shout out to David Akasanya getting the support started off early in the show. Dropping the huge $5 on the Cash App. You said, I think he's going to do it in a way that won't end up taking so much of an action. I mean, she just, a lot of women just will go to the extreme, you know? How deep is your love for me? Don't leave love to go look for love. But for ladies, don't trade in your love for some bullshit attention that your love can give you. Some women aren't tactful enough to get their husband to love them again. The way that if that husband is fucking up or the woman is fucking up, he got to be tactful to get you to love him again. What he gonna do? Cheat? Then that causes something else. Yes, there's gonna be times you're gonna have to date your wife. Yes. There's been times my ex and myself, we had our own cars and stuff like that. I'd be like, where you at? She's like, oh, I'm on this side of town. I'm like, all right, I'm about to pull up on you, right? And then you ever pull up on your girl and let the window down and it's like you trying to holler at her? You let the window down, be like, hey, what's cooking, good looking? Like you didn't text her like you about to pull up and shit like that. You gotta be able to do that. If periodically your woman or whatever woman that you're dealing with can't say in her head, this boy is crazy. This man is crazy. You're not doing the right thing. if periodically you don't get that to go off in that woman's head, like this man's wild, you know, you gotta redate your woman. You might not be in the mood to do it. I'm not gonna, you know, you probably mad at her or something like that. I'm not gonna lie and say, hey man, you know what, you know. But you gotta redate your woman. He gotta kind of start from the top. That's what she's looking for. Sometimes you gotta ask your woman, like, yo, you married? Cause I'm finna wife you up. And she already your wife. I know this is dumb. I know it sounds stupid, fellas, but nigga, women dream of that shit. You don't gotta give her the full dream. You can give her partial. Women will take that. But you gotta be the type of dude to evoke these type of emotions. Yes. Even out of your wife. But a lot of dudes, they cave in. They cave in. A lot of these dudes, they cheating on their wives. And they getting on the internet and talking about other people's marriages. Happens all the time. You know, like 24 hours ago. You know? Not gonna listen to no nigga talking about some, man, you guys worship pussy. But you cheating on your wife. Who really worship pussy? You're not man enough to be monogamous when that's what you signed up for. I'm doing well, Cynical. Thank you. Just dropping hella content. These vids of him accepting all the blame will serve him well in divorce court. Lonely nigga outcomes. Yeah, he knows how to play the game. Yeah, definitely. And he'll probably get the best out of the situation because he knows what lawyers to hire. He knows who to talk to. He probably even gave her. The lawyer she may hire. He probably even appointed that lawyer. You know. Shout outs to just the T, please. You said DJ Kuda, can you be my date? Shoot, come to Asia. You know, we'll find out. Come to Asia. You know. You said, I want back comfort, and he doesn't know she will hate you because you came back. I mean, it depends. I mean, you know, yeah, Mathis ain't mathin'. That's crazy. You know, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. It's it depends on your course of action. That's what I like. One thing one thing about a player, and a player will tell you, right, is you have to be tactful. You know, honestly, as players, that's really what we pride ourselves on. As a man, that's really what you can pride yourself on. You know, you may not be the smartest, right? You may not be the smartest, but you like, man, listen, you gonna feel my course of action. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. And if you don't like it done like this, I'll do it like that. You know why? Because you have other traits that you can rely on. You can be versatile. Some people like to call it being witty. You know, a lot of people can't figure out the game, so they call it Riz. What's the Riz for? Charisma. That's where Riz came from. The word charisma. Because they call it charisma when it could be game. But people don't know how to decipher it. If you don't know how game works, what words you gonna use to decipher something? If you've never taken on action yourself, what words are you gonna use to decipher something? You have to be tactful. I have another word to decipher what I'm talking about, and it's called tactful. You know, if he's tactful with his course of action, and she's like, "Oh, that's how Greg always does it." Okay, he won me over again. I understand you can grow to hate somebody, but hate and love come from the same vein, passion. And you need to take advantage of that. Some people will say it's manipulative. I will tell you it's the truth. Fuck you talking about? You gonna spend 39 years with me and talk about some you don't love me no more and you gonna divorce me? Nah, the love never stops. You got kids with me. You're gonna be in my life forever because you've been in my life forever. But if she firm on that decision, he needs to let her go. Because you can catch a case winning or trying to get something back. Ask OJ. You know? What's going on, Raj? Shout out to Raj Will in the building. 2 hours and 15 minutes into the madness. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Giving y'all some gems. If I made you laugh, you owe me a like. And if I gave you some game, you know what I'm saying. The Cash App is $PTV 888. That's $PTV 888. That's $PTV. Let's get it. So I feel for Judge Mathis because as a judge, you understand and you like a certain arrangement. But as his wife, she's like, okay, you done made a certain amount of money, counting this man's pockets. He done changed her life. She will get alimony because she's entitled to it. And he changed her life for the better. And right now, she in position to change his life for the worse. And you would be surprised who would cash in on that decision. I tell you guys all the time and lace you guys with game that nobody else in this sector is saying. Usually the person that you will take a bullet for is the one behind the gun. Usually the person you would take a bullet for is the one behind the gun.
Has this been coming for some time now, or was it something out the blue?
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road doing the same thing. And in terms of going out into another city. But I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July 17th meant.
Would you say you two are in a good place right now or able to maintain a free?
That's another thing, man. Can your lady handle you being gone for 3 weeks? Paper chasing? Because see, when you've done something for a long time, they may be satisfied. They don't got a paper chase for 3 weeks. You do. Justin T said, oh, she taking the plane. All right. I appreciate that. Yeah, they don't gotta go on a 3 week money world. They don't gotta go on a 3 week money world, but you do. She gonna feel them 3 weeks before you do. And then the fucked up part is that she can say, listen, you gone for 3 weeks, but when you're close or whatever, I'll come get a ticket and fly out. How y'all saying this man got a toupee? I can't see it. What's going on? What's going on, Bronze Flat Power God? Where the toupee at? Somebody said that before. I can't see it. You said that yesterday. My bad, bro. I'm still recovering from yesterday. Hold up. Where's the toupee at? I know he had a flat top, I think, at some point. I've never I stopped watching the show, so I don't know when he started going bald. So shit, nigga could have fooled me. My man got a BBL on his head. My man got a whole BBL on his head. Like shit, goddamn, all right. I didn't know that. I swear I didn't know that nigga was going bald.
Oh yeah, we're still in the same house and we're maintaining a friendship. And I'm trying to get my wife back.
Shout out to my bald players.
I have to show her that though. hopefully I can show her while we're there together before, and hopefully she doesn't complete the process. But I'm changing in hopes that she will. I'm gonna get my wife back. How about that?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to eliminate all the rumors too, that it's something about a baby or even me.
See, that's some player shit right there. And ladies, man, I'm not gonna lie, from the bottom of my heart, I get it. But as a man, sometimes, man, F y'all. Because y'all will go to a furthest extent. Oh my God, he does love me. Oh my God, he is good. Y'all the worst, man. I'm gonna put him in position to fight for our love. Like, girl, I gotta tape a 10-hour. What are you talking about? Fight for our love. You know, that love and hip hop should be going on in a broad's head, but I guess for this woman is love in courtroom. So
Molesting a child, it's none of that. I've just told you what it is.
There were also, kind of some rumors of any infidelity. Did you want to clear that up at all? You say it's solely neglect.
Well, neglect can create suspicion, certainly. And if you're gone as much as I am, you have every right to suspect. You go to work.
all right, now if y'all listen to that show, which is still up by the way, and jam packed with more gems and some game, we talked about that. That I ain't gonna lie. I hate because I promote marriage. I promote marriage. I think when somebody come to me and is like, "Yo, cool, I'm finna get married and stuff like that," or I think marriage is a beautiful thing. Truly as a hope, reasonably as a hopeless romantic that can make some shit pop off. I don't want to say 39 years is like a prison stint, but I mean, like, cause I be seeing like old couples. Oh, we've been together for 50 years and shit like that. It's like, bro, that's all you've been hitting for 50 years. And it's not to say that all long-term marriages have infidelity in them, but I wouldn't put it past even the coolest couples I've ever met. 'Cause like I said, shit. I've like I said, I've been with a shorty. And like I said, she invited me to a you know I didn't know. I ended up unknowingly followed abroad, which I tell y'all not to do, to a fucking swingers club. And I mean, I know about all of that stuff, but seeing it in person, I get it. I've been in the dark underground, world and realm as a young player. So I'm like, okay, you know, I've been there, you know. So I understand if something gets to that point. You did? I definitely understand if something gets to that point. And honestly, when I was in my 20s, I'll tell y'all something. When I was in my 20s, I wrote a book. I can't find it, but I need it. I wrote a book. And I talked about it was a guy who got married to a young lady, and he had like a bachelor party. And on his bachelor party, his on his bachelor party, his woman was present on his bachelor party, and at some point during the book, I motioned that because I'm actually I've gotten into writing urban fiction books. I have a lot of urban fiction books that I've actually physically written down in the journal. But like the bachelor party was on a boat, and he got his woman, and she was scared of the water and stuff like that. So basically, how like I wrote the book. I was putting y'all. See, what I like to do is I like to when I especially if I write like an urban fiction book, because I'm thinking about coming out with an urban fiction book right now, that I'm wrapping up this book that I'm making right now. I like y'all to get the perspective of each character. You understand what I'm saying? I like y'all to get the perspective of each character. So I want y'all to know where the woman is coming from. I want y'all to know where the man is coming from. But I like to put the reader in a position with the situation. And when I get feedback on the book, just kind of morally, I would know where the reader's coming from. I want the reader to like really look at their morals and get a good story, but understand how things go. So when I write the character of the woman that's going on this boat, she's scared, but this is the man that she's going to marry, and he's trying to get her into trying new things. Thus, there's going to be a background story of him trying to get her to come out her shell and get her to do things that she's not necessarily comfortable with. But it's also showing her story that she wants to marry this man, so she's putting her trust in him. Well, long story short, she gets on the boat, and they throw this big bachelor party and they start drinking and stuff like that. And then the husband, for her to loosen up, she's drinking and stuff, but I write in certain things because I definitely remember this story like the back of my hand, because I plan on producing some of these stories that I'm talking about as movies later on, low key, high key. But how I write it is the husband's introducing her to a lot of different things, and then something happens and they're on this boat, they're throwing the bachelor party, and the husband wants her to make out with another woman that ends up being there. The husband wants her to make out with another woman. And then later on, I'm not gonna lie, the husband wants to have a threesome. Or at least start off as watching her with another woman that she made out with. So I wrote that. I'm not gonna tell you how that happens, but long story short, that happens. And the fucked up part about the book is that the woman ends up becoming attracted to another woman on the verge of getting married. And it's not the exact same woman that she dealt with on the boat. So basically how I wrote the story is that the woman was on the verge of getting married but got introduced into another lifestyle. Some crazy shit. So I might put that book into the works right now, that I found myself, and I knew this was gonna happen as a young dude. I just didn't, I actually really wanted to. I started writing books, and then I really wanted to turn them shits into movie scripts. I spent a good amount of time pitching them shits as movie scripts. You know what I'm saying? Because urban fiction, you can go anywhere with it. You know. Yeah, trying to win a woman twice is some dumb shit, but you got to think about it. He's already married to her, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, it's basically fighting for some shit you own. You know what I'm saying? On some player shit, or literally on some real man shit. Is basically fighting for some shit that you already own. But what happens when your PlayStation wants to divorce you? Uh-oh.
You go serve in the community around the country. Then you go with your guys to sporting events around the country. You go to other events except without your wife. Hanging with.
Hold on, War Master's here. What happens when your Xbox wants to divorce you? War Master said I've been away from my Xbox. Was it 335 now? What's going on, Larry?
Enjoying herself with you. And so, yeah, she would have a right to suspect infidelity.
But there was none of that going on.
That's not the purpose. That's not the reason for this.
Yeah, but see, I'm not even gonna lie. Some of us take loyalty seriously, and the suspicion is just as good as the accusation. Because some women don't know how to handle suspicion. Oh, some women was texting your phone. That's my assistant. Are you cheating on me with your assistant? No, I'm not even actually around her. You know? And then sometimes, too, the fucked up part is you explaining yourself to somebody that's already convinced that you're doing some shit in their head. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It gets to the fucked up point where it's like, even when, because they just go looking for shit. Even when they find out that you're not cheating, it's not enough for them. What the fuck is YouTube doing? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Y'all support the show, y'all. Are y'all enjoying the show? Support the stream, y'all. Hold on. I damn, man, I took 2 hours putting this thing together and I can't even find it. I'll be putting today's content together and I just misplaced the video that I wanted to show y'all. Fuck, I misplaced some content that I wanted to bring to y'all. Hit the like button, support the show. The link is in the chat. Shout outs to everybody that's new here. We got some new supporters. I mean, not new supporters, new subscribers. And definitely, oh man, YouTube is tripping. Definitely, y'all support the show. Okay, let me get, man, why is YouTube tripping like this? Man, I got some new content coming for y'all also that y'all might get a kick out of. Kind of like a reality show. Also, man, rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop. Rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop, man. Two of the same DJs that crowd hypes passed away. Beat King. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. Beat King passed away. I wanted to go to one of his shows. That's never gonna happen. And Fat Man Scoop. Fat Man Scoop on the plan. Timberland. That's Fat Man Scoop. Passed away. Shit. Can somebody send me the link? I can't. YouTube's acting dumb. I can't find it. Tay Tay. Tay baby. Where her link at? Hold on. I can't find no Tay baby links. Oh my God, Royce J, where you at? She had a video. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do this. Hold on. Fuck, man. And I spent almost 2 hours putting this list together. Man, this shit, YouTube is horrible. Thank you so much, Cynical. Thank you, love. God damn it, I appreciate you. Thank you. Cause she has a video called "Let That Man Play His PS5" that I saw earlier, and I just couldn't, Thank you so much. I don't be on her channel, so I don't. But she come up in my timeline. And I said, you know what? I need to let's go over that video. Oh fuck! God damn, she got too many videos. I wish you could search. Oh, you can. All right, here it is. Shout outs to everybody in the building. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Let's get it.
I'm going to be deleting Charles's Road to Glory player. Success! File deleted successfully! Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Shout outs to Gail at night.
Oh, shit. Oh my God, bro. No.
That save file not there. That save file not there. And listen, man, some of y'all not even hip. These are pranks. I'm not saying that this is her prank. But let's say you were going to delete a file anyway. And you're an influencer and you're like, look, I'm going to delete this file anyway. I want to act like you pretend. I want you to pretend like you deleted it. And I'm going to act like I'm upset. And we're just going to capture it on video. And we're going to put the video out and see what it does. And then shit like that goes viral. And then here comes a reactor. So just in case y'all don't understand how shit goes sometimes. Voila.
People that be glitching their way up there, I brought it from 2-star underdog. Now shit. Now that's gonna be the game. I might as well just say, look, that's not this. Hey, I'm not. Shit's stupid. It was your choice to neglect your family and so on me. That's your choice. Did you touch that? No. Did you touch that? Why would you do that? You do that shit to me forever. Why would you do that? That took me forever to do that shit. I deleted it because I got it. Oh my God.
Guys, I will never think these pranks are funny, ever. I personally think that you should get to a point where you do not touch your partner's things. If you are with somebody and you have explained to them a million times that you need attention, you want them to talk to you, things like that, and things don't progress or they don't listen to you, it's probably time to book it. Once you start touching people's things and invading their privacy, you're only going to make your partner.
It's not even that. And I motioned to that earlier in the live stream. Like, a lot of people that aren't interesting, and I'm not just saying because you're not interesting, you don't deserve a relationship. But if you're not interesting and you demanding shit like this for somebody that still gives you some attention and you're not interesting, like, come on, man. Hanging out with some of y'all bitches ain't fun. You're not fun. And they gonna still put up with you. You fuckable, but you're not fun. Hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. Don't ask for the truth and then get mad when somebody says the truth. Fuckable, but not fun.
Partner resents you, especially men. A lot of women go about these things the wrong way. I was looking at the stats of what's one hobby men have that women despise, and it was like in the 86, 90%.
And they said there was another little bullshit stat. I don't believe those stats, by the way, but there was another bullshit stat that came out, like what jobs women don't like men to have and shit like that. It's like as if it's a choice for them. It's like, nigga, if that's his job, that's his fucking job. Then don't date somebody that has that fucking job. Like, what the fuck? And the number one job, it said playing video games. Nigga, if you putting bread on the table, bitch, you gonna eat that bread if you gonna stick around. And a lot of women don't like video games because the video game gets attention. They're not getting that attention. So a lot of women play games like The Sims, like kind of like similar to IRL games. Like if you find a woman that like to play The Sims, she might like Grand Theft Auto. You know? But when that man's doing his thing, and my exes know, like I had when I really started getting into internet radio heavy, my ex wouldn't find she didn't have nothing to do. I gave her a book to read. I'm like, do you like to read books? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well look, I'm finna do my show. You can go chill in the room. Just cable TV. You can go watch whatever you want. Be on your phone, do whatever the hell you want. Just, yeah, you can go chill, go read the book. I'm not gonna lie, man. You know, and she read a book or two. But a lot of women that I've dealt with, and just women in general, haven't caught on. I'm like, yo, read the book. I tell them to do things because later on, I wanna talk to them about that thing that I told them to do. And they don't even understand that they lock themselves out of a situation with me when they don't follow instructions. I will come back to them days that, yo, did you read that book that I told you to read? I would like to have a conversation. I would like to have a fruitful conversation about what you probably read. What's your thoughts on this? I'm actually sitting here waiting to reward you, but guess what? You ain't read the book. Yo, did you download that thing I told you to download? No? Well, what stopped you? I would like to have a conversation with you about that. I'm done working. I got a little bit of time. So you let people make their bed and lay in it. Yo, did you do this thing that I asked you to do? Nope. Okay, so why are you going to get mad at me when I don't want to talk? People are dumb, man. If you wasn't interested in it, don't sign up for it. God damn.
And it was video games. Women cannot stand men who play video games. And I'm going to be very honest. I understand that it's okay for a man.
If that game is his piece and you're not his piece, let that man have some peace.
And I have hobbies. I don't care, y'all. I have a PS5. I have a PC. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. But again, I think a lot of women need to pay attention to the men they're dating. Dude, you guys will complain about every and any little thing you have going on in a relationship. If he's paying the bills, if he's taking care of his family and doing what he's supposed to, what's wrong with him playing games? Yes, of course, everybody should do things in moderation. But have you ever thought about this? Not talking about this specific creator, because I'm not sure whether this was just like a prank or like it was serious or not. Do you think nagging and yelling and screaming is the best way to go about it? Do you think that deleting their stuff after they work so hard to build that stuff, you think that's the best way to go about it? You know what I mean? Like if your partner told you to stop doing certain things, then they started destroying your stuff, would you be happy? I don't think you would be. So I just feel like a lot of women, pay attention to the men you're getting with. I'm not solely trying to just defend men in these type of situations, but I'm not going to get with a guy, ask him, hey, would you play video games? What do you do as a hobby? And he tells me, yeah, I play video games. I'm always on the game. And then when I get with him and I see what he's doing, I think all of a sudden he's going to change that behavior for me. And then a lot of the times too, I always tell women, if you want to spend time with your man, why don't you plan dates? Why don't you plan things? Don't you guys ever think that?
What's going on, Ghostman Kang? Shout outs to you, man. She does to me also. And I'm not gonna lie, she give it a guy that's into that, she would go by. I can just tell her personality type. She would go by. Get her to one of them goddamn parties and bring some Don Julio. Get her at some games. Hell yeah, she gonna go by.
That maybe a man's tired of initiating everything. Why don't you take him out on a date? Why don't you say, hey babe, let's go do something. Hey, I did this for you. And again, a lot of the times, I think that a lot of men don't want to sit and talk with you because maybe that connection just ain't there no more. There's times where I feel like men treat women exactly how they feel about them, but women don't want to see the bigger picture. I'm not saying this to be mean, but if my partner time and time again...
A lot of girls, too, when they come to this realization, they've dealt with a woman or two. You know what I'm saying? They've dealt with a woman or two. Or had similar interactions to men as they do. You see, in times like now, people's lives are becoming more real. Even women, like I said, a lot of women do live in a delusional world, but a lot of women don't have the luxury to do that. Or a lot of women that used to live in a delulu world don't have the luxury to really keep it up. Or just life just changed for them. It got more real. So a lot of them finding themselves feeling just like how men do in certain situations. I don't feel like talking to this bitch for free. She's not fun. She's annoying. I'm not mad at her, but that's not going to change her from being annoying. Let me chill real quick. Some girls like to play the game. Some girls like to play the game. You got some doms or whatever. They got their little, game thing going, and then they girl acting up, and it's like, damn, I know how the niggas feel, man. This girl annoying. I'm not even doing nothing. You're cheating. I'm not cheating. I'm at home in front of you playing the game, and then that's a problem too. You know where I'm at, and you know what I'm doing, and you still don't. You still won't shut the fuck up. Damn, you can't find no type of peace. It's like they want to be in your face 24/7. You ain't peace, bitch. And you're not fun. And you're selfish. And they try to guilt trip you and make you look at, oh man, him playing the video game is selfish. No, it takes time. It can take some time. Let that man have fun. Man, I swear to God, this space don't even deserve me. Mm-mm-mm.
Didn't want to spend time with me, didn't want to get off the game, I would think that there's something wrong there. There's an underlying issue. You know how like when your partner comes home from work and you'll see like your wife get up and she'll be all happy and stuff like that. If she's one of those women that you come home and she's angry all the time, she probably has this animosity towards you and a resentment that you probably can't resolve because it's continued over.
Nigga don't even want to go. Nigga don't even want to go in the house. You ever came home and you saw the lights on and shit in the house and it's like, shit, let me drive around the block real quick. Man, let me go find something to smoke real quick. I ain't about to. Let me sit outside in the car on my phone real quick. I ain't about to go in there and do this motherfucker right here, man. This motherfucker right here. Doing too much.
Over and over again. It's the same thing as a man playing games. You don't think after some time of you screaming, yelling, and arguing, he's going to that game to just unwind after work? Like I said, I do understand women need attention. Women do want their men with them. But if you guys are on your phone 24/7 doing whatever you want, how come he can't unwind and play games? Don't go about it in a childish manner. Don't go about it in a malicious manner. It's never going to work.
Have I ever heard it too? No, because you ain't got.
All right. Well, damn. All right, let's get into the politics a little bit before we bounce. A lot of people are going over no, it's just a source of happiness. Hold on. Trump been going in too. But a lot of people been reacting to that segment that we were talking about on the last show, where Kamala, sidestepped the shit out of that comment. She sidestepped the hell out of that comment. You know, Trump said that you acting black and all kinds of shit, right? She sidestepped the shit out of that comment. We sat here and laughed at it because we reacted to it. You know what I'm saying? We sat here and reacted to it because it was funny. But a lot of people they getting the message. So she getting slammed for some things, man. And I'm not gonna lie, she put herself in this position because she's the underdog right now. And the funny part is that Trump's supposed to be the underdog. Keep that in mind. Trump's supposed to be the underdog. T-Rump is supposed to be the underdog. So, hey.
Vice President Kamala Harris is slamming former President Donald Trump for his controversial visit to Arlington National Cemetery earlier this week. Harris releasing a statement earlier today saying in part, Trump, quote, disrespected sacred ground, all for the sake of a political stunt. And that, quote, it is my belief that someone who cannot meet this simple sacred duty should never again stand behind the seal of the presidents of the United States of America. This was the first time Vice President has directly addressed this particular controversy. Alex, what's your reaction to her statement? What do you make of the timing? It took a little bit for this response to come out.
Well, the vice president wants to keep this issue alive because it is obscuring what should have been a political slam dunk for Donald Trump. The fact is that there were 13, the families of the 13 soldiers that were killed at Abbey Gate 3 years ago. Many of those families have now endorsed Donald Trump. One of the most affecting images of the RNC in July, what were those families endorsing Donald Trump? All those families were there at Arlington Cemetery earlier this week. Many of them have endorsed Donald Trump. And the thing is that this should have been the way, like the message going into the week. Instead, because they wanted a social media video to spread on TikTok and Instagram, now this is the discussion we're having because they had an altercation with the staff at Arlington by going beyond the original place where you're seeing right now to the gravestones.
Tom Nichols joins us now. He's the staff writer for The Atlantic. Tom, great to have you here with us on a Saturday night. This was the first time the vice president really addressed this controversy. What do you think about her statement and more broadly about this whole episode?
Well, I think she's right. And, Donald Trump has no sense of propriety. He has not even disrespect for veterans and the fallen, but a real contempt for them. And he's made that clear many times. This is the guy who stood there with John Kelly in 2017 in front of the grave of Kelly's son and looked around at this, very sacred place and said, "I don't get it. What was in it for them?" He has referred to the fallen from our armed forces as losers and suckers. So this is just one more event in Donald Trump's long and reprehensible line of really ghastly events and just really unacceptable behavior when it comes to America's veterans and particularly to our wounded warriors and our fallen soldiers.
And I want to talk more, too, about Vice President Harris and what she's been doing with her campaign. This week, she sat down with CNN's Dana Bash for her first interview since becoming the Democratic nominee for president. And she was asked about some of her previous policy positions, which there have been a lot of questions about. And I want to play some clips of what she said, and then we can talk about it.
In 2019, I believe, in a town hall, you said you were asked, would you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking on your first day in office? And you said, there's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yes. So it changed in that campaign?
In 2020, I made very clear where I stand. We are in 2024, and I've not changed that position, nor will I going forward. I kept my word, and I will keep my word.
What made you change that position at the time?
Well, let's be
what the frack?
Clear. My values have not changed.
Something that you said in 2019 when you first ran, there was a debate. You raised your hand when asked whether or not the border should be decriminalized. Do you still believe that?
I believe there should be consequence. We have laws that have to be followed and enforced that address and deal with people who cross our border illegally, and there should be consequence. Dana, I think the most important and most significant aspect of my policy perspective and decisions is my values have not changed.
And so, Tom, do you see this? How do you see this playing with some of those voters out there who were on the fence, are still on the fence about where she is on different policies? And do you see this as attack to the middle?
I do see it as attack to the center. That's what presidential candidates do. It's what Ronald Reagan did. It's what George H.W. Bush did it. Barack Obama changed his mind on gay marriage. Bill Clinton declared the era of big government over. Running for president is not the same thing as running for Senate in California or trying to win a Democratic primary. I think it was a completely normal interview. I think those are the two moments where Dana Bash tried to pin down Harris on changing her mind, but you're not going to find a presidential candidate who runs and doesn't change his or her mind. And I think it's kind of interesting that we're having this conversation at the same time that Donald Trump has had now, 5 different positions on abortion in the last 5 days. But that's just part of running for president. And I think the rest of the interview was, pretty standard interview for a presidential candidate. And I think it was, nothing revolutionary, nothing, no home runs, no major fouls. It was kind of refreshingly normal, actually, to be honest, in my view.
And I do want to ask you about this debate that's right around the corner. I feel like with the holiday weekend, people forget it is right around the corner. Obviously, Harris has been taking shots at the Trump campaign over whether these mics will remain open or closed, and they're working through all of that. But more broadly, how high are the stakes with this debate, do you think?
Well, I don't think she's been taking shots at them about the mic. I think they've been. I think she's been kind of trolling Trump about, if you really feel that comfortable, leave the microphones on, because he's going to shout over them anyway, no matter whether they're on or off. I think
that's how you know social media done took over politics. Kamala and Trump need a nigga mic. Kamala and Trump need a nigga mic.
Debates in this case are more important for Trump.
Y'all niggas cursed me out over that shit. Now the presidents are looking for a nigga mic. Yeah, I swear, black people, man. Black people. Always the last to find out about some shit and the loudest. Niggas done cursed me out. Talk about microphone. The microphone. Bitching. Don't even support the show. Oh, you talk about microphone. You won't hear no fucking show if there's no mics. Now you got the presidents talking. I might need a nigga mic. I might need a nigga mic now. All right.
Because I think what you saw in the CNN interview is that, Harris is not going to rise to some of the bait. I think one of the most effective moments in that interview is when she was asked about one of Trump's, one of his many ghastly racist statements. And she said, same old playbook, next question. And that's exactly what she should have done. And that's the kind of thing that annoys him. He's the one that I think runs the risk of confirming yet again to millions of people that he's unstable.
He's one of those guys, like, who does this guy think he is? You can just hear it. Like, okay. Ain't that a bitch? You'll be the president of the United States, and somebody will still ask, who does this guy think he is? All right.
There's something wrong with him. When Trump's not on television, his approval ratings go up. The more he's on, the more people see of him, his ratings go back down. And I think the debate is a great opportunity for him to look unhinged, as he usually does. And he's been in a meltdown for a few weeks. I don't think that's going to change in the next, as you pointed out.
That's exactly what Mel Karen. Yep. Absolutely.
Jessica,
3 hours and 5 minutes into the program. If you guys are enjoying the show, hit the like button and support the channel, y'all. Been cooking this Sunday, man. Drop something on the Rice Fund. Are you enjoying this meal? Let's get it.
It's like we're 8 days away from it now, right, 9 days away from it. I don't think he's going to change in a week and a half.
Well, we will watch it unfold together. Tom Nichols, great to have you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. Now, hold on. All right. Now, what the hell is this? Morning Joe. Now you got a lot of people that's feeling some type of way. And I'll tell you, a lot of people, they don't want to see, they don't want to, they don't want to see this quote unquote debate. They definitely don't want to see this debate because for the next couple of weeks, they're going to have to, Trump's going to catch Kamala. Like, Kamala's not equipped to, I hate to say it, but she's not equipped to do things by herself. She needs a helping hand. And I hate to say it too, because look, you got some badass women out there. You got some women that don't need no dude. They can really hold their own. You understand what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, that's more of like a personality trait. That's more of like an outgoing thing. Like, yeah, she knows how to be outgoing. That's something that can be learned. Some women don't learn it. A lot of times, it's not men hating on women. I don't want y'all to, because there's women that like you put that bitch on somebody, they gonna get the job done. It's really about getting the job done at the end of the day. And to a certain degree, being a president is no different. But we would know if somebody could be the president or not. It don't even take a man to tell you this. Even women are like, nah, the idea is fun and a little bit different, but nah. Women will tell you this. But I'm going to give you some real shit. I'm going to tell you some real shit. It's because a lot of men and women know that a lot of politicians, and not even just politicians, women that get to high prominent status is not just who they know, it's who they know. Who they are, what's the word? What's the word I look for? What I'm looking for? It could be because they're relatives. It could be for a myriad of reasons. So a lot of women just get pushed to the top, not because they know something, not because they're strong, not because they have the personality for certain things. It's just that a lot of them just get pushed to the top. And the worst way to find out that somebody isn't qualified is when they actually got to do some shit. Like run the country. Y'all ever laugh and see those memes where it's like, I fucked around and applied for a certain job and shit like that, and it ended up getting it? Like they passed the hiring process. That's kind of what this is going to be like. And a lot of people kind of know this. So when she's sitting down there with Trump, and Trump is like just because a lot of people underestimate being a very powerful man. And I'm going to tell you some real shit. And it don't even take you being a very powerful man. It just takes you to be that nigga for a couple years. Right now. And you fuck around and find yourself in a room with people that know what the hell going on. You've conversed, how to, you're not around. Like a lot of women get locked out of shit because dudes want to fuck. And it's not even them getting locked out of shit because dudes want to fuck. They just get locked out of shit because they're a woman. But one of the worst things, and women find this out later on with age, that you can do is having to have a serious conversation with a nigga that ain't trying to get no pussy from you. He don't give a fuck. And he's not going to let you off the hook. And y'all see it all the time. Women got to be like, hey, man, take it easy on me. Hey, don't be harsh on me. Give me a break. Hell nah. Hell nah. I got a wife. There ain't shit I need from you. Hell no. That's how they looking at it. And I've been around niggas that got a mouthpiece. That's another part. Girl, you're not gonna last in the room with Putin. You don't know what you're talking about. We need to stop fracking. Do you even really? You're not gonna stop fracking. Do you even really know what's going on with fracking? I doubt you've been informed on what's really going on. Nah, he going nigga, that nigga, he about to, she gonna shut down. And the thing is, I'm gonna tell you right now, if she can't deal with Trump, she definitely can't deal with Putin. Definitely can't deal with Putin. So what a lot of people too, and listen, because I plan to do some shows after the debate while going over it. A lot of people are just gonna, instead of saying that she don't know what the fuck she's talking about, they're just gonna paint Trump as the bully. They're just gonna paint Trump as the bully. Oh, he's a bully. You know. Let me know if y'all want me to do a second show. I guess y'all just made a decision. Y'all don't want to support today's show, so we're gonna get up out of here. Don't short yourself on content, man. Don't short yourself on content. Y'all hit the like button, share the show, and support the show. So this is Trump right now. Kamala Harris is the greatest flip-flopper. And he probably going to give y'all the game about some of the stuff he's going to talk to her about when they have their debate.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin, and this is Life, Liberty, and Levin Saturday. I hope you're having a wonderful Labor Day weekend. We have a very special program for you, two-part program tonight and tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern as well. My interview with President Trump. Now, let me tell you something that's unique about this interview. I don't interview President Trump a lot. Last time was about a year and a half ago, March 2023. He has a fantastic new book coming out called Save America, beautiful photographs, remarkable comments that he provides in the book. And I used our discussion about that book to talk about virtually every issue under the sun. And let me tell you something. President Trump discussed every issue under the sun. He did it substantively. He gives information, much of which is new, his thinking process, aspects of his personal life. I don't believe he's ever done an interview like this. And I think it's very important that you take a look at it tonight and tomorrow night. So we'll have a two-part series here. And the book is called Save America, and you can get it at 45books.com, 45books.com. I hope you'll enjoy it. Go. President Trump, how are you, sir?
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
First of all, how are you feeling?
I feel good. We're in the midst of a campaign. We have to fight the government and candidates. Nobody's ever had that before. But I feel good. We're doing well. We're leading. We beat Biden by 18 or 20 points, and then he had to get out of the race. And now they gave me a new one. But I think we're doing very well. Nobody's ever had a double. You know, you have to beat one, and when that person doesn't do well, they say, that's all right, we'll take them out. We'll put a new one in. But I think we're doing very well.
Hopefully they don't yank her and then put a third one in. You never know.
That'll happen, I'm sure.
First of all, we're here for a lot of reasons.
All right, September is here. All right, let me go over the poll again. All right, 64% says no. If they were tired of being single, they would entertain a toxic relationship. Still at 12% with yes. Shout out to the hopeless romantics. 21 said been there, done that, got the t-shirt. 3% said I'm in one now. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
But one of the reasons is you have a fantastic new book that's coming out. And I'll tell you what's amazing about this book to me as I went through it. And you make your notes, you have comments in your book. The pictures are beautiful. A couple of things. Number one, your attachment to working Americans. there's Hollywood, there's the athletes. You saw the Democrat convention. You had one entertainer after another after. Your book is heavy with firefighters, police officers, coal miners, people who drill for oil, truckers.
That man was about to say your book is heavy with the game.
Common people. So let me ask you this. You spent most of your life around these people. You were a developer. You were a builder, electricians, plumbers, construction workers of every kind. You created thousands and thousands of middle-class jobs with pensions, medical insurance, and so forth and so on. Why do you think your opponents get away with claiming to represent the little guy, the middle class, the blue-collar worker, when they have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with them? And you've spent your entire life around them.
Well, certainly, I had two opponents. I had Biden, and then he disappeared a couple of weeks ago at their insistence. And we had a debate, and the debate was a good debate. And he was 18 or 20 points down, and they went to see him, and they said, "We want you out. You're not going to win." And you started hearing those rumors, and then all of a sudden he was gone, and they gave me a new one who never got a vote. In all fairness to him, I'm not a fan of his, but he had 14 million votes. He worked for a year to win. She actually started off with him, when you think. But he worked for a year to win. He won. And then they threw him out when they say, this is not a democracy. Okay, when you think about it, what is that all about? She never got a vote. But regardless, so then they gave me her, and he's a very angry man, but he's gone. And now I have Kamala. I call her Comrade Kamala because she's radical left. She's a radical left Marxist. And that's what.
All right, he getting the insult. He getting the insult campaign going. Pay attention, y'all. It's gonna be a lot of game coming up. He getting the insult campaign going. And definitely go check out the older shows, y'all, too, because shit, I had War Master on here talking about it. War Master was dropping the gems, about the left. He'll tell you about it in a heartbeat. This is what they're doing. It's the reality. So let's get it.
She is, and she'll destroy our country. There's not going to be any fracking in Pennsylvania.
See?
And for her whole life, there was none. She fought people like I've never seen anything like it. Look at the way she fought Justice Kavanaugh, the viciousness and the violence. She's a Marxist. She's worse, much higher in the scale than Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders are not as left as she is, but she's just really out there. Now she's totally changed her whole policies, everything. I mean, she's gone, they call her the greatest flip-flopper because she's gone for I'll never drill for oil to let's put a well on every street. But she won't do that. If she won, she'll never do that. She'll never do that. She'll never do any of the things. I saw today she wants to build walls. She fought me for years on the wall. I built hundreds of miles of wall, but she was one of the people that fought me. One of the Democrats, but one of the people. And you look at how she's changed. And it's so phony because, and all of this stuff, with politics, it's usually their first thought, that's where they are. And her first thought is Marxism. She's not going to have walls. She's going to have people. We'll have 100 million people in this country within 4 years if she gets elected. 100 million. They've already allowed 20 million in. I think it's a lot.
All right, so this is the thing, too, that y'all got to understand, that America is isolated. If you want, I know a lot of people don't think about it like that, but America is isolated. America's isolated. So even from a war perspective, walls needed to be built up. I gave y'all the game several shows back. I can't say it anymore. The only thing that separates humans from animals is when man learned how to build a wall. Your house has many walls. Cars have walls. If you don't get the joke. Only thing that stops and separates man from animals is man's ability to build a wall.
A lot higher than that. And Mark, they come from prisons and jails. There's a slight difference. And they come from mental institutions and insane asylums. And they come also as terrorists at a level that we've never seen before. And they're pouring into the country. We have millions of people.
It's not even just about immigration or anything like that. Eventually, you're going to have to build a wall. And then the funny part is that it's not just America that needs to build a wall. They need to build a wall. If America decides, hey, I want something that you got, what's going to be the defense? Okay, I thought so.
Coming in, but hundreds of thousands of those people are criminals from Venezuela. They take them off the streets of Caracas and they bring them into our country, and then they announce their crime rate is way down. You know, that's what they've done. Their crime rate is way down now. But they come from Africa, Asia, the Middle East, and from South America. And they're destroying our country. And when you watch her, like at the convention, oh, everything's just peachy-dory. But migrant crime is turning out to be a disaster. Many, many people are killed and raped and mugged and everything else. These are tough people. But they let them out of jails.
Right.
You take Venezuela.
Right,
their crime rate is down at a number they've never had before. They're taking all of their criminals and busing them into the United States of America and dropping them and saying, if you come back, we will kill you. And then I'm supposed to sit and debate this person, and she'll say, oh, no, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. And now she's going around and saying, we had the weakest border in history. She was the border czar. She was put in charge of the border. We had the weakest border in the history of the world, I think. I believe it's not just here, the world. And now she's going around saying, oh, I think I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to build a wall. She fought me for years on the wall. She was on every lawsuit. I had 11 lawsuits. And she was on every one of them. One of the leaders. She's not that much of a leader. But the one thing she is radical left. And she's rated much further left than Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was unelectable, and she's much worse than him. And Biden was just a fake. You know, he wasn't really left. I don't think he really knew what he was, if you want to know the truth, actually, for a long time. But Biden was not real. She's real. She really believes in all this stuff. Defund the police. She wants to defund the police. For years, she said, defund the police. Now, all of a sudden, a little while ago, she goes, no, I don't want to defund the police. She's flip-flopped on every single thing that you could flip-flop, from border strength to defunding and defunding the police, things that you wouldn't believe. She doesn't want to have any fracking. She doesn't want to have oil. She doesn't know how you're going to fire up our plants. How do you fire them up? You don't fire them up with wind, I can tell you that. The wind, let the wind blow. So I think our country's in serious trouble. The good news is I'm leading. I think I'm leading maybe by a lot.
She don't know what she's in for.
Could be a lot more than people think. And
I'll give you the perfect represent. I'll give you the perfect. I'll give you the perfect representative. What's going to happen with Kamala? This.
Don't touch me. Okay. Don't touch me. 3 pool snatch.
That's what's going to happen. The man that's teaching you how to do something and guiding you, and when you made a mistake, he puts his hands in to help you to complete it. And then once you think you can do it by yourself, oh, don't touch me. I can do it by myself. I don't need you. He's like, all right, shit. Then he moves his hand out. And look what happens.
Don't touch me. Okay. Don't touch me. 3 pool snatch.
That's why we still got to go through this. I don't give a damn how masculine a woman think you are. You still a little nigga. Y'all ever played football and that one little nigga, man, I'm a. It's like, bro, go that way, bro. Stay in your lane.
Okay. 3 pool snatch.
Start thinking. Look, he helped her right here. Start thinking gravity don't apply to you. Gravity don't think about feminism. I want y'all to remember that. Gravity don't think about feminism. Gravity ain't biased. Feminism doesn't defy the laws of gravity.
Okay. 3 pool snatch.
All right. All right, y'all. I'm finna get up out of here. We'll pick this up maybe later on. I done gave y'all enough gems today. Virtually for free. It's Player Talk Radio. Shout out to everybody hitting the like button. Shout out to everybody that's getting up. Everybody on the playback. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Do your due diligence. Support your interests. Hit the like button. Share the show. And support the show. Again, you can support the show at $PTV 888. That's $PTV 888. That's $PTV. All right. Good morning. It's Player Talk Radio. We out of here. You say, who do you think is going to win? Obviously Trump, but a lot of people, they're gonna be backtracking on a lot of their like I said, and I said it yesterday. People will say one thing for the internet when that ballot gets put in front of them. They'll say something completely different. When that ballot gets put in front of them, they'll say something completely different. It is what it is. That's Player Talk Radio. That's our episode for today. Support the show off air. We'll do a second show. I want to do a balloon pop show, and we got a music show coming up soon. We got a music show coming up soon, so yeah. Putting in that work. That's about 3 hours and 30 minutes. It's Player Talk. Let's go. Peace.
But I won't be able to see it. My stomach. My stomach. Can't see it. My stomach. I can't see it. I can't see that. Can't see that. Too deep.
From me to you. Let go.
Dora became really broke recently and needs a sugar daddy. Could you help Dora find A sugar daddy? This house looks bougie. I bet I could find a sugar daddy here. Could you help Dora find the doorbell? Where is it? Who the fuck is this? Why are you at my front door dressed like Dora? Hola, do you want to be Dora's sugar daddy?
Do I look like a daddy?
I don't think he swings Dora's way. Can you say gay in Spanish?
I swing both ways.
Oh, we did it! We did it! We did it!
How much do I owe you? Just take it all.